We in Mississippi, y'all. Hey everybody, Zach here with That Smoking. I'm in Mississippi today. I'm with my older brother Chad, his son Jack, my nephew.
Howdy.
Jack, why don't you tell them what we're going to be cooking today?
We're going to be cooking a whole rear deer leg. We're going to smoke it, and I think it's going to be delicious. This rear leg came from my first deer that I've ever shot, so it should be pretty good. Definitely a memorable deer.
Awesome. And Jack is he's been brining the deer quarter overnight, so we're going to pull it out here in a little bit. Chad, you want to tell them how we're cooking it?
Yeah, so Zach's never cooked on green egg. I kept telling him about it. So right now we got the green egg going. I will tell you one of the things we used different, and Zach's gonna put a link to this, these boom fire starters. So we didn't use the chimney today. We just built like a pyramid in here, got this going, and no matter what we were doing to knock it out, they just stayed lit. I think this is really good. But you know, this is by the brand name is Jealous Devil right here, and so that's the charcoal.
Can you see the box again?
Yeah, sure. Jealous Devil.
No affiliation, but I've never used this, and we're going to try it today.
All right, so my friend Matt told me about this, and one of the things is they don't use all the different binders, but this is the charcoal we're using, and one of the things I like about it is the size of the briquettes. It's very, very nice. You know, this is good if you want to cook low and slow. I like this charcoal. It burns longer. Also have the Jealous Devil lump charcoal, which I use definitely on the steaks and stuff when you want a higher temperature. This stuff is hot.
Okay, I'm definitely going to try it at home.
Yeah. Also, Zach, because you know he does all these videos we enjoy watching.
We got to be smoking.
It just takes a few minutes to go into the description on the video, click the link, click buy now on Amazon, and he gets like 2 or 3 pennies. But if everybody does that, maybe we'll get more videos. But
I'll get $2 instead of 2 pennies.
Oh, we got some pecan.
Yeah, we're cooking with some pecan chunks that I found at Walmart. We were gonna cook cherry today, but I forgot it at home.
And I think Zach's gonna go and find cherry on Amazon and put it in the description, because I think that would have definitely made this deer more interesting. I like cherry, I like apple, I like pecan, I like mesquite.
I really like white oak. That's what I've been cooking.
I haven't
a lot.
had that yet, so.
I got some left. I'll bring it to you.
All right, so we're gonna get this going. We're about to get this deer ready to process. We're gonna stuff it. We decided, because deer is super lean, we're gonna stuff the deer with beef fat. So a lot of people use pork when they make their sausage, but we bought some stuff that people use to make the tallow. We're gonna stuff that in there with some garlic and some jalapeno peppers, and we are gonna get this going.
You getting us some garlic set up here?
Some garlic.
And what are we going to do with this?
I'm gonna stuff it in that deer leg with some fat.
So like we're going to put a hole in the deer and then push it inside of the meat?
Yep. And we're going to stuff it with some fat right there with it. So need to get all of it. Zach had brought us a full clove, so we start with fresh garlic. What we're cooking today, this is the outdoor kitchen I did.
Beautiful outdoor kitchen, by the way.
Yeah, it's still got work to do, but got my pizza oven, got my wok, because I really enjoy Tulio's. Does a lot of Asian cooking, a lot of smoking.
Yeah, Chad's outdoor area is called Tulio's.
And so we are going to do some other stuff that is not barbecue. I do like the barbecue. I like that smoking.
Oh, I love barbecue. I love smoke.
But we started making our own sausages. We've got to get you in for that.
Yeah, you told me about that. I saw the meat grinder upstairs.
Yeah, we bought a meat grinder because, well, if you're getting some deer meat, then you make some deer sausage. But my wife is trying to get rid of all the nitrates and nitrites out of the sausages. So if we make them from scratch and we freeze them right away, we can keep them for a little while. and you know, so the freezer is preserving them, but we didn't have to stuff them with all the chemicals like curing salt and stuff like that. Not something you can. It's hard. You can buy them, but they're expensive, like really expensive to buy. You can buy them at Whole Foods, but probably 2 or 3 times. Get this, 2 or 3 times the cost to buy something that has less ingredients.
No way.
So, yeah, I don't know why it costs more. Why does it cost more if your food has no dye in it?
It's a good question.
It costs money to buy dye. So, yeah, there's just things like
Has
that.
something to do with mass production, I'm sure.
Oh.
Speaking of, you like the taste of garlic, raw garlic?
No.
Too bitter for you?
No, that's acid reflux in a can right there.
Cut a piece one time and I tried it just raw, and it actually burned my tongue.
You need
The acid was so strong.
You need a tiny, 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 tiny piece.
Yeah, no, thank you.
So this
We
is the
just-
fat you were gonna.
Yeah, I think
Cut
we
up
ought to
and-
try. We're gonna shove that into that deer because that deer is so lean. If we cook that for a long time, we're just gonna create, you know, just jerky. So what we're gonna do is add some fat, like they would in a sausage, but never cooked a deer like this before. But I thought it would be a dat smoking challenge.
Oh, it's a special occasion. They saved me a deer hindquarter that Jack killed to smoke with them today, and I'm honored. So thank y'all for inviting me to do that.
In all honesty, there was something else we saved for him, but Zach was a little bit busy. We caught him a whole redfish. Had it, we were going to smoke that whole redfish, and we're going to make some redfish dip.
Good.
But
I appreciate that, and I'm sorry, but
No.
luckily redfish are easier to come by than a deer.
I'm not sorry, we got to eat more redfish.
we got more redfish.
I'm sorry, Jack. Say that again.
Said I'm not sorry, we got more redfish.
He's got a sense of humor.
All right, so we got our garlic. Let's see about cutting up some of this fat. We're just going to cut it and shove that into the inside of the deer.
beef fat, right?
Yep, just it was. I think people buy it to make tallow.
Could this be a reverse tallow method? That's something you're creating now?
Yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna.
We're gonna go with it.
It was either this or butter. I think this will be last a little longer. Man, once you get that garlic skin, that stuff hangs around quite a bit. Sharp knife, I think, is important.
All right.
Looks like it was on the grill.
I did. We made sure it fit.
Oh.
You done with this brine now? You got done with the brine?
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you mind putting that towel under there for me?
Why are you putting it under?
So I can dry off all the liquid.
Oh.
Because all the liquid went to the bottom instead of going to the top. And then I'll flat it down if there's no liquid on the board.
Let's put the garlic and all in first. So
Alright, let's get this knife. This will be a little bit easier. How do we want to put this garlic in?
actually do one and then you can do the rest. I'm gonna show you how to do what I'm thinking. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, so we got a bone that runs like, I think the bone runs this way, then back
Okay.
like that way. So there's a big roast here. Get deep there, deep there. All right. So I'm thinking you just come in here. We're basically making Wagyu deer, right? And then, Jack, I think just cut these garlics. Yeah, and wherever we're putting fat, put
Alrighty.
a garlic.
That garlic smells good.
Does. How thick is this right here?
Be careful, that knife is sharp.
Plug it with more fat.
Just smaller pieces.
So while you guys are doing that, I'll just point the difference. This little bit was sticking out of the brine. You can see how fresh that meat was. The brine is giving it a little bit of a lighter color. And again, we've never done this before, so we'll see how it comes out. Jack, tell me again what was in that brine.
There was some salt and some apple cider vinegar and the deer leg. Well, there's obviously water, but wasn't much to it. Just some simple ingredients, and hopefully it should taste really good.
I told everybody, but we got Crosby out here, the grill guard dog, making sure everything's secure, right?
It'll start smelling really good here in a minute. And then, you know, one of the things I probably need to do is I need to open this up and put a couple pieces of this big lump stuff off to the side. So, Zach, can I get you to hold this for a second?
Yeah, sure.
I'll put that down. Let me put a couple of these pieces because this will be all of our smoke.
We're ready to get smoking.
Yeah.
How we looking, Jack?
It's looking good. Still just stuffing up.
All right. I think we're getting close to probing time.
Yep.
Just flip it over. Here we got a bunch of muscle here to get.
I think. Oh yeah. I see.
Looked like that thing didn't have such a good day.
No comment.
Definitely a first. I've never had to stuff a roast with garlic and fat.
I've seen roast stuffed before, but I like the way you guys overloaded it. I think it's going to come through really well.
I was thinking we had underloaded it. All about perspective when it comes to fat.
Fat is where the flavor's at.
Don't be a sugar eater, eat fat.
I say we're just about ready to go on.
So I could do. So this is a fat augmentation process. This is the opposite of what.
Removing the fat, we're putting it in.
Yeah.
Ready to season it?
Yep, go ahead, Jack.
You want to probe it before he seasons it?
We can do it after. It doesn't
Okay,
matter.
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
Do we
ahead.
need to do it now? I don't know how it works. So do we need to do it now or
Doesn't
before?
matter. So I think we decided we're going to go with just straight salt and pepper, right?
Yep. I think we got enough garlic in it already.
A lot of coarse pepper, a lot of coarse salt.
Who's that guy on the internet that does this?
Salt Bay?
Nobody
Yeah.
you should ever
Oh
look
no,
up
you did
to.
it the wrong way. You gotta put your hand up like this and let it roll
You
down
gotta
your
let it
arm.
roll down your arm and get all the stuff off your arm.
You can make a mess. I don't think you need any more style than.
I think that's the only purpose of doing that. To make a mess.
Well, I made a cool video clip. I'll give credit for that.
What's his orange, Jack?
This is a decent pepper grinder. Most pepper grinders aren't this efficient in terms of how much pepper they produce.
I think you're making the deer proud, Jack.
All right, so let's burp the pit. Zach, you know how to do it.
Yep.
I'll hold this for you. Okay. That keeps it from flashing back at you. So it's open right now, so
I'm gonna
as
probe
it
it
gets
now.
it. But when it's closed all the way and the top's all the way closed, it will flash back on you.
Where do you want me to probe it?
At the thickest part of the meat. Probably. Or there, that's
Yeah,
fine.
because it'd be back here.
Close to the
wouldn't it?
bone.
You can even push the little, thick piece. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
There you
All
go.
right.
All right, I'm gonna let Jack, since he's the one who brought us the deer. All right, so we're gonna let Jack put the deer on.
I think you said Jack deserves all the credit. Jack's deer ran like down a 150-foot ravine.
Smoker's definitely doing his
There's
job.
definitely a lot going on. How you like that smoke coming out that green egg? Can I close it on that?
Yeah, you can close it on the metal wire. It's not gonna hurt it.
We'll put Zach's using the Therm Pro, and we'll have a link to that in the description as well. We're gonna get Zach's channel making some money. So here's the things that I know you need to do. You need to like this. You need to subscribe to Zach's channel. Dad Smoking deserves, I think you need 500 subscribers by the time this video gets 500 views.
Let's hope. Cross my
Okay.
fingers. I've been trying.
Yeah, well, this is it. This is a whole deer leg, smoked and fat in, what did I call it? Fat augmentation. So we're gonna see how it works. We're gonna close
Well, it
this up.
can't be fat hogmentation because it's beef
Artificial
fat.
Wagyu.
Artificial Wagyu from a deer. So we're trying to take care of the leanness of it. So this is gonna cook, what are we thinking, about 4 hours? We're probably gotta look at the internal temp. So is this gonna start recording the temperature? How's that work?
I'll have to set it up here in just a minute.
Here, I'll
on my
hold that
phone.
for you.
That's okay. I had a question for you. So,
Yeah.
Jack, this was your first deer kill.
It was.
How was your experience?
It was a good time. I've been told it's rare for the first time you go deer hunting to get a deer on the very first day within a few hours. I've been told that's extremely rare by this man here who went hunting for 3 years and didn't get a single deer.
Didn't see a deer.
So I feel very fortunate to have gotten one on the first day. It was just a fun experience overall. It's definitely, you see more of the whole processing and you're less disconnected from your harvest of meat.
Learning about life.
Definitely an interesting process, yeah.
Okay. Chad, you've been hunting before. So you've killed a deer before, or shot a deer. Should I say.
Yeah.
And how old were you? Do you think when you first did that?
You know, I don't know. I didn't do it as a kid, so. But I will tell you, it's fun to see somebody else do it. So we got ducks this year, we got fish, we got things. We saw lots of turkeys, lots of gobblers and hens came out on us. But you know, a lot of people, like we're hunting in the game reserve down at the duck camp, and we didn't run into a lot of other hunters. It's like some of this hunting is, I mean, deer hunting is probably a little bit more popular, but on South Louisiana, I found that maybe the duck hunt isn't as popular as it used to be. So, yeah, it's important to continue to know how to hunt and be able to go out and do that, and then come back and cook it, right? Like, so that's,
Absolutely.
Misha, they say that's the key.
Well, I appreciate it. So
What temp are we
We're-
looking for?
probably between 250 and 275. Maybe just possibly a little bit higher since we're cooking on such a smaller grill and for a shorter amount of time, maybe 4 hours, 5 hours.
Well, I'd say without having prepared anything for setting the temperature, I'd say we're right on the money.
So
Look, guys, we're learning. That's what this is all about. So if if you want to put a comment in there about mistakes we've made or anything like that, we welcome it. And we'll learn from it, right?
absolutely.
That's it.
So the big green egg, one of the things, I don't know if you notice how much more smoke you can get out of it, but one of the benefits I like one is you really have good control over your smoke and how much is going on. There's down here, there's another vent. You can open it up to raise the temperature more. And so you'll see the temperature start to climb. It's very, very controlled by, as all barbecue pits basically are, how much air you let through it. So we just want it to smoke. So we're gonna barely open it. We'll leave this down to control the temperature.
Yeah, in the hotter, you're seeing a lot of dark smoke coming out when we put it on. As this gets hotter, that smoke's going to clean up a lot, and that's really what you want to see. They call it like a blue smoke. You should be able to see the smoke, but see through it pretty easily. And that's happening a lot right now, especially because those coals on the bottom before you added that extra wood were super hot. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you in a couple hours. Good luck, deer
leg.
Good luck, deer leg.
All right. So the temperature's going, so we'll watch it.
It's a relatively thin piece of meat.
All right, Chad, you ready to burp this grill? Let's
Yep.
check on the deer. We're about, what, an hour and a half in?
Yeah, about an hour and a half in, we're gonna go. Just remember, you get these tight grills, you gotta do that. Look at those peppers. Oh my, that is beautiful.
Take a little bit of a close-up.
So remember, this is a deer leg. This is some fat augmented deer leg. So we took some beef tallow? No, not tallow. Fat. We shoved it, injected it, cut it in, pushed it in with some jalapeno peppers and garlic, black pepper, salt. Look at these babies. Boom. Smoking these. This is looking good. Boom.
We're gonna have to add a little fuel.
Yeah, I think we can definitely do that.
All the way in.
I dropped the temperature pretty quickly. All right.
That'll do.
Boom. See you in a little while. All right. What you got there, Zach?
Just getting some what Doc would call B footage,
B-roll.
B-roll.
You sit over there.
9 out of 16.
Set up your camera.
Y'all won't watch soccer footage.
Camera on. Jack, come take some good pictures from. There you go, that smoking.
All right, everybody, this is our result from smoking our hind quarter of a deer that Jack shot on a trip, what, about 2 weeks ago?
About last week. Last week.
All right. Tell them a little bit about what we did.
We made it delicious.
Now, how did we prep
What
it?
we did was we because deer are so lean, what we did was we cut a bunch of holes in it, and then in those holes we filled it with beef tallow or beef fat, whole chunks of fat, and we put a little bit of garlic and some jalapenos in it.
Look at that. Put a couple whole jalapenos. We got them cooked down, and it's looking juicy. So, I think it should just cut right into the middle.
I say go for it.
What do you think, Chad?
Yeah, go ahead.
Let's see what we got. Wow. Looks like a rib roast.
Mm-hmm. That looks delicious.
We checked the temperature, we were good on it.
Just taking a slice out of the middle.
Look at that fat up in there.
Ooh. Look at that color. Isn't that beautiful? What do you think, Jack?
I think it looks delicious.
Good, Chad?
Yeah, it looks real
Let's
good.
try it.
All right, cut 3 pieces. Yep.
Centerpiece, Jack? Chad, you want a smaller piece? Or?
Yeah, just a small piece. All right, let's see. Got that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, let's try it. That's
All
smoking.
right.
Tastes
C'est bon.
That's good.
Wow, that's good.
Try it by Dave.
I can get you another piece if you want.
It's good. That's delicious.
Like a good roast beef. That's nice.
Might put some of that with the rice from earlier, but for a quick smoke with 4 hours, maybe 4.5, because it's been sitting there for a little while. Beautiful.
Delicious.
Really nice.
The fat on the inside, there's a little bit of left over there, but for the most part, it's all gone. I see some garlic in there. That garlic cooked down nicely. Peppers. That's a great idea. Try pepper jack. So,
Go in here.
anyway, came out to Mississippi to cook with Jack and Chad, my brother.
Mm.
Couldn't have been a better day. Thanks for doing this. Appreciate it.
That's good.
Thanks for
Thanks,
coming.
Zach Smoking. Zach. This great video, great idea.
Yep.
Wow, that really is good.
Yeah.
Those peppers are
Sorry y'all
spicy.
can't taste it.
Taste-o-vision, smell-o-vision, ain't here yet.
Television. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna cut a little piece by this pepper because I stuffed some peppers in here. And I know this is not proper, but I want to try it.
That's smoking.